Hi all, today we are going to discuss a previous year question which was asked in HSST Computer Science 2012 exam. The output generated by the following C program does not include the value A5, B8, C16, D6. Okay, just go through the program and then try it your own. If you know the C program, just try to answer your own. Okay, and let me explain. Okay, first hash include SU dot touch main, then int n equal to 3, right? N equal to 3. Then the next line is while condition in the while it should be n should be greater than 1. If the while condition met, what's going to happen in the if n mod 2 should not be equal to what? Should not be equal to 1. Then what does that mean? N mod 2 should be 0. If n mod 2 should be 0, n will be n by 2. That's the next one. Otherwise, what's going to happen in the third line? If it's else means n mod 2 is equal to 1. That's the remainder is 1. If the remainder is 1, n will be 3 star n plus 1. And then sixth one, print of n. N is gonna print. Okay, this is the code which is we are going to execute. The first one, so we are going to find the output here. N is equal to 3. In the first iteration, n is 3 and checking n 3 is greater than or 1, right? Then n mod 2, that is 3 mod 2 is 1 or 0. It's 1, obviously 1 because it's an odd number. Okay, then if it is 1, what's happening? It will go to the else condition, that is in the fifth line else, and n will be what happening? N will be, sorry, the fourth one, what's happening? N will be 3 star n plus 1. So 3 star n plus 1 is 3 into 3 9 plus 1, that is 10. The first output is 10. And again in the second iteration, what's happening? N is 10 and 10 is greater than 1, right? So the while is still executing, and the next line is n mod 2 is equal to 0 or 1. It's 10, it's an even number, so n mod 2 will be, the remainder will be 0. So what's happening in the next line is happening, the second one, n will be n by 2, so that is 5. So the next output is 5. Okay, and the third iteration, what's happening? N is 5 and while n is greater than 1, right? So again the while loop is right, and the next one, first line, if n mod 2 is equal to 0 or 1, the remainder is 1 or 0. The remainder is 1. It's any odd number. So the third one, else is happening here. So n will be 3 into n plus 1. 3 into 1 plus 1, 5 into 3, 15 plus 1, it will be 16. So the next output will be 16. And the fourth iteration, n is 16, and while n is greater than 1, right, the second code is executing, and if n mod 2 is 0 or 1, the remainder is 0. It's an even number. So n will be n by 2, that is 8. The next output is 8. See, from here itself we can find the answer. This is option A, see, option A, and this is option B, see, option B, and this is option C, option C. So those three options are eliminated. So answer will be what? Option D. 6 is not in the output, but we can find the rest of the output as well. The correct answer is 6. You can stop it here. You don't have to waste another time. Only 1 minute, we can allot 1 minute for each question. So we have to do it fast. If you are doing a lot of questions like this, you can do it very fast. No need to even write it. Okay, we can do it by mind also. Please don't make any mistakes. Just go through this operator precedence and while if conditions, and if the question is easy, we have a probability to mess it up, like doing 3 star n plus 1 would be like n plus 1 into 3 star. We'll do it very fast, like n plus 1, first we will calculate n plus 1 and something. So okay, just try to concentrate on the question and do it without making any mistakes. Okay, then the fifth iteration, n is 8 here, right? N is 8 and n is obviously greater than 1. Then if n mod 2 8, so n mod 2 2 is 0. So the condition n is equal to n by 2. So the next answer is 4. And the sixth iteration, sixth iteration, n is equal to 4 and 4 is greater than 1. So while is executing, and then n mod 2 is 0. So n is equal to n by 2. This is equal to 2. Okay, the next iteration, it's seventh one, n is equal to 2 and 2 is greater than 1. So while is executing, the next one, n mod 2 is equal to 2 by 2, it's 0, remainder is 0. So n will be n by 2, that is 2 by 2 is 1. So then last output is 1. So again here checking here, while 1 is greater than 1, no. So while simply exiting, so output is, these are all the outputs, 10, 5, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So the final answer is option, what is the final answer? Option D, 6. 6 is not in the output. Okay, I hope you understand, and if I have any doubts or any suggestions or questions, you can write in the comment section. And if you don't know while loops or conditional statements or operator precedence and op left associativity, I'm going to make a next video regarding this C programming basics and concepts. Just go through that and then come and try to do it your own. If you know it already, just skip it and do the next questions. Previous year, do as many as possible previous year questions, and you can crack the exam very easily. The questions will be very simple, but you have to know the concepts thoroughly. Then you can do it very fast. This is a very simple question. Okay, and of course these kind of questions are gonna sure will be there on the exam. And the pointer, it's an important question as well. And arrays, there'll be questions from these topics. Okay, and thank you.